So that was the WWE world. But Tom, what I want to get into, and this is always a blast, right? We've talked about pro wrestling this week. What we thought about it. We did it in a very calm, cool.
I don't think we ever lost our temper.
Environment. Yeah, no, I think everything was great. But now it's time to turn it to the Table Nation, to our calm fans. And we do that by going to, you can do this two ways. If you want to be on the show, you want to have your voice heard, reach out to us, tableshow@gmail.com. You can email us if you can't keep it brief and you need an email, or if you just, you want to dive into some topics. Tableshow@gmail.com. We don't have any of those this week. It's email, right? I get it. But what most people do is hashtag tweet the table on Twitter. You go to Twitter, We're Table Show. You use hashtag tweet the table, and we're going to read some of the best of them right here. And I've picked out 3 because we've got to get out of here, Tom. It's Friday night. I got to get this show posted because everybody's waiting. They're already hitting me up. Phone's been buzzing off the hook. Where's the show? 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 I think I at least heard that twice. So we're going to go to tweet the table, and we're going to start off with an old friend, Tom. I don't know if you remember this guy. We thought that he was Sean Spears. Hallmark of Swede. At Hallmark of Swede says, hashtag tweet the table. They fired Samoa Joe and put Pat McAfee on commentary? This decision was so bad, it brought me back to this show. I guess every cloud really does have a silver lining.
Well, hey, I am so glad that in the time you have to stop fighting the inner circle, you could come back and use hashtag tweet the table. Sean, love what you did with your hair. As I mentioned, you got rid of the blonde and went with the dark. Perfect. So thanks so much, man.
Hallmark of Swede being back on this show is one of the coolest things to happen that I could have thought of. It was the biggest surprise, and I'm super glad he's back. And yeah.
Now, so let's get into his tweet here.
Yes.
I might get another hashtag tweet the table from Sean Spears, Hallmark of Swede. Sorry. I like Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee's great. I think Pat McAfee's a great decision. First of all, what he said, I don't remember who he was talking about or what they did, but he was like, you got to have a lot of gut sack to do that. And that's the stuff that Pat McAfee is going to say that nobody else is going to say, because Pat McAfee is going to be like, listen, I know you're telling me to say stuff, but I don't need your fucking money, and I'm going to make this more entertaining. And it's going to work, and it'll show.
And it seems more authentic, right? So let's look at his first Friday Night Smackdown, for example. There was a couple times where he stood up because he was so into a match that he just had to stand up to talk about it. And then I know it was the first time he got to do it, and maybe it was a little bit of hamming it up, but when he goes, this is the first time I get to say the 619, because he's a pro wrestling fan, and that's Rey Mysterio. So I like the childlike enthusiasm that he brings to a broadcast, but it's not Byron Saxton can't get laid, isn't this fucking dork virgin over here, which is, again, a stupid trope that they use. But it's not the dork over here. It's just a real fan.
And this is why Corey Graves works well, is because if you're going to have what WWE likes for their play-by-play guy, vanilla, generic, telling the stories without a whole lot of personality, you need that on the flip side guy. You need the color commentator. They color the story. That's the idea, right? Like they're adding the extra bits of stuff to kind of, the straight guys right over here lining out everything that's going on. And then the color commentator comes in and spices it up a little. Got to have that. And so I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Also, Pat McAfee playing a little bit. I know he did the Rey Mysterio, oh my God, and this cool, but Rey Mysterio is more of a legend, so it makes sense. But I like that he's kind of taking the heel side. He didn't just come in and say, like, I'm a pro wrestling fan. Isn't this all great? He was coming in and saying, like, isn't this all great? Kind of like the Dirty Dogs. Hey, isn't this great? Baron Corbin makes some good sense. And so, great. Like, yeah, it was good. I like what they're doing.
And I like Hallmark of Swede being back on the show. More of it.
Yeah, man. Let us know your next promo with MJF. Give us some deets here.
Just come out with it. Come do an interview for the show.
That'd be great.
Just be honest.